Matthew, the next question relates to the cost of travel. And I guess it's the cost in all respects to the environment, to our purses and so on. And it says, is it not time for serious discussions to take place relating to families living and working locally rather than commuting long distances, wasting time, money, both their own money and potentially the government's as well?
I think the issue of people travelling to work is a really good example of a question which needs to be what I would call a citizen-centric question. It needs to start from us asking these questions. The second government comes along and says something like that, then we go, oh, you're interfering, and the price of petrol and goodness knows, we all become very hostile to government. Actually, it's a very legitimate question for society to be asking itself, because not only are big distances between work and home, and those distances have steadily grown over decades, not only are they bad for the environment, but actually they're very strongly linked to low well-being. One of the strongest correlations, if you look at all the research about well-being, if you take out the most obvious aspect of personal prosperity, travel to work is one of the biggest drivers of stress and low well-being. So it looks as though society would benefit from people having shorter journeys to work, and it looks as though the individual would benefit. So it's a kind of social market failure, that we don't have the outcome, which is good for all of us and good for us individually. And that's just the kind of area where we should be having a debate. But as I say, it's not a debate about what's government going to do, because government can't stop us. If we choose to live in a big house in the countryside and spend an hour and a half on a train getting to work, that's our choice. So it needs to be us that talk about it, not just expecting government to solve it for us.